my pleasure to welcome Professor Héctor Pagani, who is the president of the Argentine Wind Energy Association. And the name is now, as we know, Argentine Wind Energy Association, Enrico Spinadel. Let us mention him as well, who passed away earlier this year, who's been one of the founders of our World Wind Energy Association, the founder of your Argentine Wind Energy Association. And yeah, we are still thinking a lot of him because he's done so much to develop wind power, not only in Argentina. But now I'm very pleased to have you with us and presenting the situation of the wind power market in Argentina. Héctor Pagani, the floor is yours.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Steve Sensia, for the invitation for this webinar. Argentina has gone through several stages before reaching what we have today in renewable energy. To understand this, we must know the Argentine energy matrix. The Argentine energy matrix is made up of thermal energy, 57%, hydraulic energy, 29%, nuclear energy, 6%, renewable energy, 8%. Within the generator of renewable energy, we see how wind energy produces 7% of this type of energy. That is a very important role of wind energy in the generator of renewable energy. Until 2016, the installed wind energy capacity was very low. Only 18 wind farms with a power of 226 megawatts. This is what because all the laws up to the time were not favorable to investment. From the year 2015, with the law 27,191, begin the development of wind energy in our country, since this law took into account regarding the tax promotion mechanisms, accelerated amortization of income to tax, to which is a date, early refund to value added tax, VAT, exception from the minimum presumed income tax, tax certificate for 20% of the national component, provided that minimum of 30% is included, exemption from tax on the distribution of dividends, 10% before the reinvestment of profits, exemption from import duties for capital goods and equipment until 2017. No application of specific taxes, national, provincial, and municipal royalties during the promotion regime. Transfer of possible tax increase to contract price. The previous laws did not have it. That was the success of this law that until now they have been tendered. Total wind farm, 83 with 4,153 megawatts, operational power, 42 with 2,362 megawatts, of which were terminated in pandemic. With that, the first 20 days of quarantine could not work since only essential workers were allowed to work. Then, with strict protocols, they began to enable other type of job, and here is they began to work in wind farm, but there were also delays due to delay in the delivery of material. Park under construction 17 with 1,138 megawatts. Of these, 7 projects with 412 megawatts are scheduled to finish this year. Park with data, they are parks that for different reasons have not yet started. 19 with 653 megawatts, resigned 1. 10 out of service park with 29.9 megawatts. In addition, there was reduction of the cost for megawatt installation power. Before 2,100, $2 million, and with the tender, the installation cost of 1,350,000 to 1,100,000 was passed. Energy cost before $120 for megawatt hour. Now vary between $15 to $16 for megawatt. In the following image, they have the name on the park with location and capacity according to state. This finished this year, the green market. This park finished this year. Okay. I have the map with the location in wind farm power. Excuse me. Full interactive. Okay, you pick in this part and say what is the part and the capacity.
I think we can unfortunately not see that. That seems not to transmit your screen now. It's just gray.
Sí, Héctor, creo
Pardon?
que como estás compartiendo el PowerPoint, no se puede ver el mapa.
Ah, perdón.
No, si quieres ponemos el link después.
Ok. Ahora me perdí yo.
Yeah, so we will share the link after after the webinar.
Okay. You see?
Yes.
Okay. What is the projection until 2030? For this, we must consider some variables. First, by 2025, we will arrive with 20% of renewable energy. In 2021, consume 132,000 gigawatt-hours per year. In 2020, we will consume 128,000 gigawatt-hours, similar to what was consumed in 2018 due to the pandemic and the economic crisis. 3. From 2022 and subsequent years, an annual increase of 3% cumulative in electric energy. We will reach 2030 with installed wind power capacity of 5,898 megawatts. What is the future and how to continue growing in wind energy? For this, we must start doing things. Expand transmission capacity in electric power transmission line. Today, many of them saturated. Resolve 19 projects with 659 megawatts not started. Continue bidding for new wind farm. In Argentina, we begin to speak of green hydrogen. We must begin to expand the renewable energy installation with greater power, especially wind energy. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Héctor. That was also a very good presentation of what is going on in Argentina. And I understand that you have more than 1 gigawatt of wind farms under construction at this point of time. That sounds, I think, very good. So I understand you're right that you have some impact from COVID-19. There's some delay in some projects.
Pardon?
You have some delay with some
Loudly,
projects.
please. Loudly.
Sean, can you?
Ya, sí, yo puedo en español si quiere. Sí,
Sí.
si ha habido algún retraso o algún impacto por la pandemia del coronavirus en Argentina.
Yes, very. You think the first 3 months no working, and now the pandemic is very difficult for Argentina. No all manufacturers today working. Today, in Argentina, 40% of manufacturing not working. Only working with small manufacturer. A big manufacturer not working.
Of course, we are aware that Argentina now is in a very difficult situation.
Coming
now back to Europe as well.
Too difficult. One, the pandemic, and other, economical difficult. Argentina not have credit.
Then what would you see with green hydrogen could certainly be in the midterm an interesting option. Green hydrogen, is it you already discussing where to use it for domestic or to export green hydrogen?
Sí, ¿algún avance con el uso de hidrógeno? ¿Ha habido alguna discusión en Argentina?
The two, domestic and export. This is the idea.
Very good. Well, this is certainly a discussion. We see many countries are now starting to look into hydrogen. We had a webinar in August about this, where we saw also some of the European, also Asian markets who are interested in, of course, in the long-term importing. Very interesting. So our best wishes to Argentina, and I think, but this is, I think, for most of us, all the best wishes, and that this situation is soon improving, which really has an impact on our lives. And I know Argentina is at the moment really in a difficult situation. Muchas gracias, also from my side.